scored their first goal, they had 2 or 3 transitional moments where we were outnumbered by them, and this should not happen if you're 2-0 up. This is also a question of being clever, being smart in moments like this. All of a sudden it was 2-2 after 50 minutes, and then David De Gea kept us in the game with a brilliant save.
To be honest, it was a very tough save, very difficult one, but have a strong hand to keep the 2-2 in the score, and then a great goal from Cristiano in the free kick. And I think the good thing today was we were fighting until the end, and we take the 3 points, and let's see on Tuesday.
We believe that we could come back from 2 goals down. We proved that and got to 2-2. But you can't come in and give goals away like we did today. They were really poor goals. A mistake and 2 set pieces. Really disappointed with that. And we always looked a threat on the counter. Our transitions were really good. Thought Teemu Pukki was excellent today, and combined with Kieran a couple of times, for each other's goals. So I'm disappointed that we haven't got anything today.
Oh, you can see on the expected goals graphic there, actually, that Norwich should have scored more than Manchester United. It doesn't happen that often where you praise the beaten team and criticise the victorious team, but United were all over the place at times.
They were. Norwich were brilliant. It's really strange to say, but Norwich were brilliant. They played some good stuff, and they played through the line so well as well. Created so many chances. United positional play. Start of the game, Norwich were very positive, and they played through these lines really quickly. This is in the first 3 minutes. I mean, Pukki's in on goal. I'm thinking goal here, because Pukki normally scores them. Another good save, and they scramble it away. This happened 2 or 3 times. I mean, Fernandes can see McLean. They can see him, and he's in his eye line. So what you do is you make sure you do a job as a midfield player and make sure you don't lose that man. He's lost him already, and they've not even passed the ball. It's a lovely little pass through. Even though Norwich have had a stinking season, you give players that kind of time and space, they will pick a pass. Maguire, Dalot and Elanga. Now, Maguire and Dalot are in the right position. Elanga has to stay with Pukki. Switches off. He's a young boy. He's still learning, but he should stay with his man. As they say, if Pukki can see your number, you're in trouble. Finds his teammate and a goal. And they deserve that goal. They really did. Again here, Pogba, if you watch, there's no pressure. Dalot gets the ball, no pressure. I can take a touch. Dalot doesn't get there. Should have stayed back, didn't. That's 2 players that have really not done their job. Easy to turn it round the corner. Maguire, do I go? Do I not go? Maguire thinks, I don't go again. Time to turn, time to pick a pass, and now you're on the back foot. Now you're sprinting towards your own goal, and it's all but a last-ditch tackle. It happened all game, Chris.
Yeah, well, I think this clip just shows, I think the space that United afforded Norwich all afternoon. And once Norwich got into these positions, they got bodies into the box, and it's another chance. So I see him working through midfield here. Again, so much space. Tell us his position as a left-back has got to get back into shape far earlier than what he does. Otherwise, he creates that space. Also, he allows...
Yeah. He's through then because he's come inside.
No, he's come inside. I mean, what you have to say is it's a wonderful finish. But this is just a long, hopeful ball. If I'm looking at the left-back, tell us in the position that he's in. So what they end up doing, they end up dragging Manchester United centre-halves, Maguire, all over the place. And what they're relying on then is a real top-quality save. And these are spaces in central midfield, eventually in front of goal.
That midfield 3 of Pogba, Bruno and Lingard is not a midfield that's going to park the bus, is it? But in those examples that you've both shown, it looks like Manchester United players are doing whatever they want, whenever they want. Sometimes going forward, sometimes not tracking, sometimes closing down, sometimes not. It looked a little bit like a free-for-all.
No, I think the obvious one was that it's about in possession and out of possession. And there's no doubt they are wonderful players in possession and can create things and for the opposition, but out of possession, which is a hugely important part of the game, they just allowed the game to be far too open. And that is a responsibility of staying at your position and also a responsibility of going with runners. And they showed nowhere near enough of that all afternoon.
Let's talk Cristiano Ronaldo. We'll show you most hat-tricks in Europe's top 5 leagues this century. Dion's pointed out if we flick through another 40 pages, we'd find Dion on that list. But he was impressive today, Chris, but at the same time, Dean Smith said Norwich did help him, and they did.
No, listen, Chappers, I thought he was... I mean, you go to United, you just don't do this. You don't put yourself under pressure. Alanga nicks it, and he's off. Ronaldo's thinking, here we go, I can get goals today. And he always puts himself in good positions, Chris, to score goals. He's never shy to get in those positions.
Always. And on this one, Manchester United's most dangerous player from set plays is Ronaldo, because he's not only got good movement, but he is aggressive. You can't allow him that type of space. This one, he hits the target. You know, Dean Smith alluded to, the keeper perhaps should have done better, and I think he should have done, but he hits the target, and he hits the target with pace, and that always gives you, and particularly him, an opportunity.
So aggressive as well, isn't he? He's so aggressive. He wants to score all the time.
He's third on the Premier League Golden Boot list, right? And yet the debate and the discussion continues about what the new manager will do.
Yeah, and it'll always go on. You know, we don't know what's going on the training ground behind closed doors, but I don't know how a player like that can be a problem if he's on 20 goals and he's, you know, I don't understand if he's producing the goods and he's getting Man United out the mess all the time. I don't know how he can be a problem. Maybe it's how you manage him, because I don't know how managers manage him, you know, that kind of personality.
Well, at this moment, for all the conversation about Ronaldo, he's United's most effective player. So I'm presuming that will continue to the end of the season. So next season will start, and the summer will start with, at this moment, Ronaldo being their most effective player. So, you know, any new manager that comes in will take that on board. Depends. It also depends how they supplement that. You know, what other player they bring in. Do they bring in a number 9 that can be to the level that they think Ronaldo is at this moment? But he has been proven this season to be their most effective player.
Right, next, Tottenham versus...